And you probably, I mean, you could have a nice, stable, long-term consensual relationship with your bored ape.
All across America, middle-aged and slightly pudgy white men that still live at home with mommy and daddy are having a difficult conversation tonight. Young men whose only real interaction with a female over the past few years was her liking your comment on her Instagram reel are having to ask mommy and daddy some difficult questions tonight. The question isn't how they can achieve financial freedom by working their way up to middle management at Chick-fil-A. The question isn't if they should attend university this fall or attend a junior college instead. The question they are asking mom and dad tonight is so important, they actually put down the pictures of men they haven't let go since PSA sent them back with trimmed and altered subgrades. The question is more important than the meaning of life or if human life only exists here on Earth. The question these grown men are asking mom and dad tonight is, did Sports Card Radio sell out?
You're going to need a little bit of cash.
Technically, someone who's selling out would be someone who is subordinating their art to propaganda or advertising. You know, like
something you don't
they're
believe.
using it in an expedient manner.
The upside is so much greater than the downside.
Perhaps you've thought to yourself, that is so fucking weak. What a bunch of sellouts. I hate their guts!
A lot of first-time entrepreneurs is, where does that money come from?
So yeah, I could see he had a little fire in his eyes, talking about us collaborating on some things together.
Had I waited, who knows what would have happened?
A real artist wouldn't sell out like this. They'd be all about the music.
A life-changing idea you've sat on can't get off the ground for less than $150K.
What is going on, collectors? Hopefully you guys are doing well tonight. Obviously, we are not going live here on Sports Card Radio because we can't stand the middle-aged white men being angry with us in the chat.
I mean, just wild.
It's also my first son's birthday, so, you know, whatever.
The bounce with the horse.
But don't worry. Sports Card Radio will be live next Thursday night with special guests, live call-ins from angry, depressed, and betrayed former fans of Sports Card Radio. You're going to want to tune in for that one.
Bo Bichette.
In the meantime, please use the sellout hotline below at 1-800-SELLOUT. Operators are standing by to take your calls. We here at Sports Card Radio feel for you. Out of our last 10 videos on Jeff Wilson,
Will Greer,
we said nice things for him for about 36 seconds. We know how traumatizing this has been for you.
and Jordan Ta'amu.
Cards are selling for 20, 30, 40, even 50% off recent comps on Ken Golden's website.
This is my friggin' house.
But we understand you live rent-free at home with mom and dad.
Okay.
So you have plenty of disposable income to pay full price for these cards on eBay.
Could they dip?
We can imagine how difficult it's been for you the past few days telling your mom and dad that Sports Card Radio was threatened with not one but 2 lawsuits
That I have ever thought about suing.
and they aren't actually mad about it. Boy, these last couple of days must have been difficult for many of you out there.
Only 20 of them sold.
You've been betrayed, and for that, we are not sorry because we've been absolutely crushing it, buying and selling cards on Kenny Golden's site this week.
Okay.
Can you explain to the viewers out there that want to go on the journey with us
Consensual relationships.
over here at Sports Card Radio that want to actually learn how to buy and sell trading cards and
So buy Will Greer and
actually make money? I think many of the fans that are angry with us, they bought at the top.
maybe take a flyer on Ryan Finley.
They listened to Jeff Wilson.
I think that Will Greer right now is about 4 times better of an investment than Kyler Murray.
They listen to these influencers
I once lost $1 million.
that told them to send their cards to StarStock.
Go on to starstock.com and sign up and enter referral code SCI.
That told them to use HGA grading.
PPP loans fraud.
That told them to buy Bol.
I am buying.
That told them to buy these cards at the absolute peak price.
I mean, just wild bets.
I think a lot of them are so angry and have never actually seen anybody in this hobby make a dime buying and selling sports cards.
The pandemic was a once-in-a-lifetime event.
So for some of you, I can understand you're a little bit betrayed by this type of content, but for the rest of you that want to actually learn how to make some money buying and selling, Brian, we've had an epic week selling on Kenny Golden's website.
Okay. You are exactly right. The only thing that I'm freaking disappointed about is that we didn't buy more on freaking Kenny Golden's site. Jack off. To get him up to 5 official acres. Because remember, guys, he's only at 4.2. 5. Jack off. And the only thing that I want the viewers of Sports Card Radio to understand, the ones that haven't called our 1-800-SELLOUT hotline yet.
Bored Ape.
The one thing I want them to understand is the type of business we're trying to build at the scale that we need to build it. 9-figure. It is absolutely freaking impossible that we would not use the number one grader in the sports card space, which is PSA.
Bad information.
And it's absolutely impossible that we wouldn't use the most trusted vault, in my opinion, in the sports card space. And that is the Collector's PSA Vault.
Hey, Jason.
To store, ship, and insure your items. Where else would we trust to store potentially tens of thousands of dollars of cards?
StarStock.
Because Lord knows I wouldn't want all those pictures of men stored in my freaking house, guys.
Friggin' house.
So the only way we're going to be able to scale this business is by using multiple selling platforms, especially the most trusted ones, the biggest ones. Guys, I'm not sure if PWCC is going to get raided by the FBI next week.
That's not content. That's drama.
But am I sure that PSA and Ken Golden's website is going to be around long after I'm dead? You're dang right about that. And if you don't like the truth, you can absolutely change the channel. Or you can call our sellout hotline, 1-800-SELLOUT. OPP. And I'm sure you can call in next week on our live show and air out all of your grievances right here on Sports Card Radio.
Over the past week, literally just selling for 7 days, we've had over $524 worth of sales.
When we actually released the first series of NFTs last week, only 20 of them sold.
On Ken Golden sites, a lot of it is kind of just, what many people refer to as kind of lower end cards. A lot of people don't even pay attention to.
Bo Bichette.
This Michael Jordan we bought for $11. We sold for $27.
This is my friggin' house.
We bought this Ken Griffey Jr. PSA 6 for $5 and sold it for $12.
Okay.
Right now, there are no fees on Ken Golden's site.
Okay.
Look, his 9-figure bank account must be taking a little bit of a hit.
Ken Golden is not.
We sold some, many of these types of sales where we bought the card for $5 or $6 and sold it for $8 to $12. But some of you have wondered, they'd like to see this, including this commenter on our channel. He'd like to see this accomplish this with more expensive cards. We're just a week into showing you our journey
Long-term.
of buying and selling trading cards. We didn't get not one, but actually 2 PPP loans.
Dip.
To the tune of over $2 million.
PPP loans fraudulently.
So we're going to have to scale this business up rather slowly and methodically, but we have been buying some more, quote, expensive cards in that $50 to $200 range. You bought this Joe Montana card.
Such good luck or something like that. I can't remember.
For $74 and promptly sold it for $110. That was actually the second Joe Montana card that we've sold in the last couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
We also sourced and sold this one in the same time period.
I thought you might want to wear this again.
We sold this one for $120. I believe our cost on that one was also in that $70 to $80 range. The big winner, though, Johnny Unitas, You bought this boarding pass for $43. I included this on an Instagram reel, and people were saying, what about the fees? How do you know how much you're going to sell these cards for? How long is it going to take? Are you looking at your Rolex sweep around the clock Rolex as you buy and sell these cards? Well, we bought this one for $43 and we sold it for a whopping $125. Again, all in, because at the moment there are no fees over at Golden when you sell the item.
Bounce with the ball.
Like we said, over the past week, $524 worth of sales. That seems pretty good considering we just got things going. We sold a couple of cards well north of $100 each, and we sold a lot of our bread and butter, buy for $5, sell for $6, $7, $8, 9, and 10. Ryan, there are going to be fans, former fans, people that feel betrayed by Sports Card Radio, that we're actually buying cards on Ken Golden's site, that we're actually using it to start our business and grow our business. There's going to be people upset with you that you spent about 24 seconds in a video and actually maybe agreed with Jeff Wilson PPP on something. So there's going to be some people that are not going to want to go on the journey with us
Consensual.
Over here at Sports Card Radio. But for those of you that do like making money, and Ryan, you do like making money, don't you? Here we are. We're going to show you our journey. And look, there's an auction ending tomorrow on Ken Golden's site. We will be very active in that. There'll be another one next Thursday, and that is when we'll go live here on Sports Card Radio. We'd love to show you what we're buying and selling, but guys, the money is too easy and too plentiful at the moment. I would rush over to Jeff Wilson's site, PPP Loan, and have him tell you what you need to be buying and selling.
Will Greer,
since he has such a glorious track record.
Ben Simmons
at actually doing that. Ryan, do you have anything else to add to those that have dialed the 1-800-SELL-OUT hotline number? Operators are standing by.
Well, if you don't like making money, you can suck our collective PPP
fraudulently.
And you're more than welcome to call in next Thursday if you want to air out any grievances right here on Sports Card Radio.
This episode was brought to you by Jeff's Growth Agency, 352. If you're looking to acquire more customers or bring new products to market, find out how 352 can grow your business by visiting growwith352.com. That's growwith352.com.